Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So, how long have you now been in Canada?
Almost a year.
Almost a year? Great. So, let's start off in your journey, okay?
Okay.
So, you got here in which month last year?
I got into Canada on July 11th.
On July 11th? Okay.
Yes.
So, you're really close, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's about 1 year. And starting from the Korean airport,
Yep.
what did you find from going from Korean airport to Canadian airport?
Well, first of all, it was the first time that I was get into an airplane without any guardians. So I was alone.
Okay.
Well, I did some service that is taking care of some of the children who are alone at the airplane, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So it was the first time that I was riding the airplane without anyone.
What did you think of that service?
It was nice. They constantly they come and ask how is everything and do you need some help. So it was really nice.
Okay, great. So how long was that flight?
It was 13 hours of flight,
Non-stop?
Non-stop.
Okay. So you arrive in Canada, in Toronto, right?
Yes.
And did you notice any differences from the airports or from people on the plane or?
Well, I just realized that people are different.
Yeah?
Color skin, eye colored, a blonde hair people. I was nervous.
Okay. Weren't you expecting that though?
I was still, when I actually see it, I was nervous.
Was that your first time out of Korea?
No, I went to other countries for travel, but not to study alone.
Okay. Had you ever been to North America before?
Not quite.
Okay. Great. So you arrive in the airport and then what?
And then I met my guardian.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pleasant to meet at least one of Korean.
Yeah. Did you know your guardian would be Korean?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
And then I waited for the other students who is coming to here.
Was there more than one on the same day?
There are two more who is coming with me.
Who were they?
Jeff and Peter.
Okay.
Other Peter, not Peter, so.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah.
So all the students arrive.
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
And then I get into the car to get into the London. And they said it is 2 hours of ride. And I was already exhausted with 13 hours of just doing nothing, sitting down. And then I need to sit for another 2 hours. And that was just almost killing me.
So what did you think? How did you feel overall when you're in the airport?
First, when I came to Canada, the road was really large. And also in Korea, most of the part of the land is there are a lot of mountains.
Yeah.
But here it was all clear, so it felt me different.
What did you think of all the type of buildings? Is that very different?
I didn't really see buildings during the Toronto to London.
Was it dark?
No, it wasn't. It was a daytime.
Okay, just didn't really look around, right?
No.
So the landscape was different. And did you like the Canadian landscape? Or did you have a preference?
Sure, I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what do you like about Korea more and what do you like about Canada more for landscape?
For Korea, I think it's when I just see Korean traffic, it looks really busy. But when I see Canadian, it is usually empty.
That's London though, not all Canadian.
Okay, but it was better than some of Korean city.
Okay, because if you go to Toronto,
yeah,
for
it is a
example,
lot.
Very busy. Okay.
Okay.
So you noticed that is different?
And also the type of cars were different because
Really?
in Korea it is really rare to see the trucks. But in Canada I saw a lot of cars from different countries, different company and trucks. Yeah.
Are most cars in Korea all the same type?
Yeah, usually.
Okay, great. Is that a smaller car then? Or?
Yeah, it's smaller usually.
Okay, so you get to London and then what?
I got to London and I came to this house.
Lunchtime now or?
It is about to be a dinner time.
Okay.
And so I remember that time that I met some of the students who were already staying here, and they weren't doing anything to me. They were just doing what they're doing just usually.
Okay.
And that made me more nervous, and
okay.
Because they didn't do anything to me. They were not guardians, but students were not welcoming. They were just.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't nice of them.
They weren't mean though, right?
It wasn't mean.
Okay. Because
Okay.
I want to make sure,
Yeah.
I want to clarify they weren't being mean, right?
Yeah.
They're just doing what they usually do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't really care.
Okay. Well, there have been a lot
Yeah.
of students, right? But so you arrive in London, and then you go. Do you go to your bedroom, or do you have dinner?
I just had dinner, and I remember there was hot dog with salad.
So what type of food are you used to? Did you have a lot of new types of food here?
Yeah, in Korea we always eat rice with other dishes, side dishes.
Mhm.
But it was the first time that I eat hot dog for dinners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we usually, but almost always have rice.
Okay. But have you had a hot dog before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, that's important.
Yeah.
Good. So you have the hot dog and salad, and that's a little new.
Yeah, and then I think I swim.
You swam?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Well, that's nice. And then you got to your bedroom?
I moved to the other house because there was a house that I'm living, not learning. So there was another house that I was staying in,
Okay.
and so I was staying there for sleeping and having sometimes dinner, and I came to this house to learn.
Okay, but now you live here.
Yeah, now I live here.
And how long have you lived here?
Here, I'm not sure actually. Maybe 6 months.
Okay.
Not that long.
Okay.
Yeah, half of them was staying in that house.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, how soon... So you arrived in July, so you had a little time before school started.
Yeah, I went to Western Summer Camp.
Okay, because I know when some students arrive, like next
Yeah.
day is school, so it's a little
It's odd.
intimidating. So you had Western Summer Camp, and what did you think of that?
Well, some of the camps are actually interesting, but some of them are just doing nothing, just staying there.
So you've arrived in Canada, and how quickly did you start Western Summer Camp?
I started summer camp right next week that I arrived.
Okay, what was the first camp you did?
I did space science.
Okay, did you meet any friends there?
I didn't really make a friend. I was afraid of talking with them.
Okay, so how good was your English in that first week?
I could, for example, they say 10 sentences, and I barely hear a word that I know, and I think, oh, I know that word, but there were 10 sentences going on, so I barely understood something.
Okay, so it's gone a lot better, right?
Yeah.
That's good. So then you had the space camp, and what was the next week? What was your favorite camp overall?
My favorite camp overall was multi-sports.
Okay, why?
Because some of the sports that I got used to because I played in Korea, and they also played it in Canada, and it was pretty good at it. For example, dodgeball.
Which sports did they play in Korea that we have?
We usually play dodgeball, sometimes basketball, volleyball,
Okay, were you introduced to any new sports?
frisbees.
Frisbee?
Yeah, and also fencing.
Okay, did you like fencing?
I loved fencing.
Why did you like fencing a lot?
It was, first of all, it was new sports for me, and in there are a lot of pretty students,
Okay.
and the boys who were there was really nice to me.
Were you playing ultimate frisbee? Is that what it was called? Do you know
Oh
what
no, no, not the frisbee. I just saw them playing, but I didn't play
Oh, okay. Have you ever played ultimate frisbee?
it. At school though,
Yeah, and did you like that?
I loved it. It is very similar to the football frisbee.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I know I went to a camp one time and we played, and it was
Yeah.
really fun. So I definitely recommend that game.
Yeah, but I didn't.
That's okay though. So you have the space camp, and how many weeks did it take until you were more comfortable with speaking?
After I went to school.
After you went to school?
Yeah. So basically, the summer camp times didn't help me for English at all.
No?
No.
What did they help you with? Did you learn more about the culture?
Yeah, I just learned about the current cultures and getting used to the new type of people.
Okay. What did you learn about the culture from the camps?
Well, just how to answer some of the questions.
Okay. Like what?
Like, let's say,
So what would you say is one thing you learned about the Canadian culture from going to those camps?
they are positive.
Yeah?
Yeah, I felt that they're positive. They don't really say bad things.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a really good impression to
Yeah.
get. Hopefully you like those types
Yeah,
of
I
people.
liked it.
Great. How about one more thing?
One more thing is, I think they don't really care about the genders.
Okay. Yeah, for sports you mean?
For sports or just just everything.
That's true. Well, we care about genders, but
Not discriminating.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
I-
sexist.
yeah, I know that for a lot of my teams I've been on, it's been
Yeah.
co-ed. So
Co-ed.
mixed boys and girls.
Yeah.
And they only really change that if you get like old teenagers
Yeah.
because then the strength differs a little bit.
Yeah.
So they'll start splitting them up when you get older,
Yeah.
which makes sense, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But for younger kids, we're all same strength
Yeah.
and same speed.
And they just
everything.
mixed all together.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Was that surprising that they did that?
No, that they do it sometimes in Korea,
Okay.
but not usually.
What did you think about it?
I feel it's nice to play some sports with other. I just feel like there are some advantages, like they have for the girls, and for example, they're fast sometimes.
Yeah.
For the boys, they're strong. They have a lot of power. So
Yeah.
there are good combinations between the advantages of being boys and also girls.
Yeah, and even those could
Yeah.
swap, right?
Swap.
Between genders.
Yeah,
So that's really good to have.
yeah,
for
that was
sure.
good.
Great. So moving on to, and also quickly, the counselors at the camps.
Oh,
What did you think?
first I didn't know the word counselor,
Okay.
and I called them teacher. But after 1 week, I realized that I need to call them counselor.
Did you go to camp at all in Korea?
There isn't really a thing like a Western summer camp in Korea.
Okay. Do you have counselors though? Do you know?
Mm,
Or have you ever had one in Korea?
no, I haven't had one.
Okay. So it makes sense why you're saying
Yeah.
teacher then. So you learned to call them counselors.
All the word that I call people who are teaching me and take care of me was the word teacher, and that's all that I knew.
Okay. So what did you think about the counselors?
I didn't really think difference between teacher, except the thing they don't really teach.
Yeah, it depends on the
Yeah.
camp. If it's a
Yeah,
sports
if there's a
camp-
space camp, they teach.
Yeah, exactly. What did you think about their personalities? Are they very different from...
It depends on who they are.
That's true, right? That's true. Did you find some personalities very different than you thought a teacher might act?
Not really.
No?
I just felt that was what I expected.
Okay, that's good. Great. Let's move on to school. So you started school probably in October or September, right?
September, yeah.
Okay.
September 9th.
Good memory. Good
Yeah.
memory. So you started school on September 9th.
Yeah.
What was your first day of school like?
First day of school. First, I had a hard time with memorizing names.
Of people?
People.
Okay.
They look the same. They all have yellow hairs and blue eyes, and I didn't know who they are.
See, to me they all look
Yeah.
different. To me they all look different.
Yeah.
I guess it's culture.
Yeah, it is culture.
Okay, so do you have trouble because of the name? You're not used to that type of name? Or because they all look similar?
Both.
Okay. So originally, how long were you going to stay in Canada?
2 months. Barely 3 months.
Okay, only for the summer then.
Yeah, only for the summers.
And now how long are you going to stay?
One more of half a year. So in total, I will stay 1 year and a half.
So what month are you going back?
Next February
Of 2017?
2017.
It's an odd time. Because
Yeah, after first semester.
Oh, okay. So after you'll
Yeah.
do one semester
And then
you'll go back.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So why was that increased by so much?
Well, I felt like I'm really behind of speaking English because I didn't understand everything. But the students...
When you came here first,
Yeah.
did you think you'd be able to understand a
Yes,
lot
I
more?
did.
Okay, so what did
I-
you think when you first came about, I'll be able to understand and...
So I felt like I'm in a small... Let's say I'm a fish. I'm in a really small pond. And I was staying there and I go around everything.
Mm-hmm.
But when I actually go into the sea and it's a large place...
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, that's what I felt like.
Okay, so you probably thought you'd understand 80%?
Yeah, around that.
And you understood what?
5%.
And that's why you decided to stay longer?
Yeah.
Were there any other reasons or just that?
Well, no, that's all. That's really all.
Okay, and do you find that your extra time so far has helped?
Yes, for sure.
How much? So before it was 5%. What are you at now?
What side though? What, like understanding them or
Understanding what people are saying to you.
85?
That's a big improvement, 80%.
Yeah.
Great. So what has helped with that improvement? Is it just speaking to people, or is it practicing with textbooks? What's helped?
What? The textbooks helped me a lot.
Okay.
And also some of the teachers, they actually helped me. For example, they explained whole lesson, but I didn't understand anything. And after I come into recess or after the lesson, they have a little time.
Yeah.
And I ask them, could you explain what you explained after again? Then they explained it more easily and slowly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I started to understand that, and as it gets better, and I can understand 80% of the just normal lessons.
Okay. And how much better has your pronunciation got? How much?
For that, I'm not sure.
No?
No.
Do you feel it's got at least 1% better?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Yes,
at least
surely.
how much?
At least 20%.
Okay. And that's just been speaking with people, or?
Yeah. Well, in Korea, I didn't even care about pronunciation.
That's not good.
I know. And then I came here, I felt what I knew in English part was tiny bit, maybe 2% of English.
Why didn't you care about the pronunciation?
I just didn't even think about that.
So you focused on memorizing words?
Memorizing, not real, just grammars.
Okay.
I think about grammars, and when I say
No S, though.
something,
Grammar.
and when I say something, was that correct grammar? And I think that, and I didn't really.
Think about pronunciation.
Yeah.
Okay, but you've worked on that a lot now, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great. So you're on to your first bit of school.
Yeah.
What did you find most challenging about school? Probably understanding, right?
Yes, and also a test or a quiz.
Why?
When I was having a first science quiz, and I saw the paper, and there are a lot of words that I don't know, and I felt that it was embarrassing me because I need to go to teacher and ask and come back as
That's not
teacher
embarrassing.
again.
That's not.
For me, it was.
Mhm.
I felt shy that I need to go to teacher and
That's all
come
right.
back again.
I'll say to anyone
Yeah.
that's definitely something that's okay, and you don't have to
Yeah.
be embarrassed of that. Well, let me think. So you had the tests and all of that. Were the classes different, or do we have the same classes?
Classes were almost the same, but the thing is, in Korea, we just stay in our homeroom, and the teacher came, different teacher came, because I was in elementary school. But here, I need to move, packing all the books for the next class.
So the first time you're in class and you just see people get up and start
Yeah,
moving,
and
what did you think?
where are they going? Guys, stay. What? I was saying, why are you moving? And they said, you have a class that you need to go. That I started to get only agenda, and I didn't know what to bring, because you know how the beginning of the year they give you textbook and
Yeah.
they give you binders. They start to do those.
Yeah.
And then I collect them and try to not forget anything.
Yeah, so usually how it works is we have our homeroom.
Yeah.
We have our backpack there, we have everything there.
Yeah. And then we move.
We bring what we need, not our backpack.
Yeah,
everything.
we bring what we need for the next classes.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Way between those two. Between the teacher going to you and you going there.
Well, I think teacher coming here is better, because I see a lot of people who just forgot their thing on the backpack, and sorry, I forgot to bring it. It's in my desk.
Yeah. Sometimes the reasons are because, let's say they have things on the walls that they need you to see. But for example, let's say French class.
Yeah.
And on my French class would have posters in French on the wall, and they'd have their diagrams there. So that's a good reason.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So overall, what's better?
Overall, I still think teacher coming to the homeroom is better.
Okay. Okay, great. Now, what did you find easiest about your first few weeks of
Easiest?
school?
Math.
Yeah?
Yeah, math. Well, I didn't understand the mathematic
Because
terms.
You learn like way
Yeah.
more in advance than
Yeah, I
we
just
do, right?
knew if I see those type of number, I knew that what they want for me.
Numbers are universal.
Yeah, so okay, you want that? Okay, I write them down, because it was not high level as what I learned in Korea.
Because you started off in what grade?
When at first I
Yeah,
learned
when you first came to Canada, what grade did you go into?
7.
Grade 7?
Yeah.
And so you have grade 7 math in Canada. You've probably learned that how long ago?
A year ago?
Mm-hmm. So you would have understood
Yeah.
that pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now, moving on in school, did you start to notice changes in your conversations or talking with
Oh
others?
yeah, one time I remember this. So I was getting changed for the gym class, and they were talking, and now I didn't have a problem with start to say something, and there was the first time that I said something that is longer sentence than I say, oh, I like it, I don't like that, I want to deal with, rather than those, I made a longer sentence, and I felt like, oh, I said it.
What did you say? Do you remember?
I don't remember that, but
Okay, well, that's really good.
yeah, I felt, oh, I actually said it? That's what I felt.
Felt proud?
Yeah, but I didn't say it out loud. Oh, I said this sentence. I was just in my mind. Oh, I said it. Nice.
How long was it till you started making some friends?
It took me 2 weeks.
Okay, and how did that happen?
I was just hanging out with one of my friend in at recess, and he was really kind to me. He wanted to play with me actually, so I was more than welcome to play with him.
Yeah,
And I started to get closer to each other.
that's great.
And his name was Nathan.
Are you still friends?
Not my best friend though. I have another best friend
Okay,
now.
are you still friends?
Yeah, he is my friend still.
Okay, great. So, who do we have here?
So let's talk about my friends in my class.
Okay.
So first, I'm here, and right beside me, that's Andy.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of Andy, there's Nathan, and he's a friend that was my first friend,
Yeah.
and get closer to.
After the 2
Yeah,
weeks.
after the 2 weeks.
Okay, and what type of personality does he have?
He is salty sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, when he lost his sports and physical education class, he blames on everybody,
But
not
what's
him.
a good thing, though? I want to know a good thing.
He's hilarious.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Does he always like telling jokes?
yeah, he always tells jokes.
Okay, who else do we have?
Alea, she's I didn't the time when I took a photo, I wasn't really friend with her, but now she is my close friend
Okay,
that I even sometimes Snapchats with her.
great. What type of personality does she have? She looks maybe a little quiet.
Not really.
No?
She's now quiet.
No?
She likes to talk a lot.
Okay, is she funny? Is she nice? What is she?
She really focused on her schoolwork.
Okay, that's good. Who else do we have?
And Ethan, he's just perfect friend. Every day he asks me how was your night, and I ask him back how was your night. And when I'm having tutorial and the other people are having French, he told me have a nice tutorial, and I say have a nice French.
It's really nice.
Yeah, he's really nice and just perfect. He focus on his schoolwork too, and he likes to hangs out with me.
So you said this is Ethan, right?
Yeah, Ethan.
When did you guys start becoming friends?
I started becoming friend when I was getting closer to Owen, because Owen was friend with Ethan, and I started to get closer with Owen,
Okay.
and then
so
I automatically was friend with Ethan too.
Can you tell me about how you became their friends specifically?
So I was friend with Nathan first, and
Him.
yeah, him,
Okay.
and nobody else really. And when I was having several quizzes, and I started to do really well, and they were surprised and started to get
Okay.
closer to me.
Because you're doing well in the quizzes.
And also, I had some jokes,
That's good.
maybe, yeah.
You had some Canadian jokes.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you study Canadian jokes before you?
No, I didn't, but all I did was when they're just telling me something, I listened to that and just laugh with them, and I just put some more comments.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So then how did you become their friends? When did you first hang out?
I first hung out with him when I needed to print.
Sorry, which one?
Owen.
Okay.
When I wanted to print something for my schoolwork, and he was also printing his work from computer lab, and I started conversation. And what are you printing?
Oh, you started conversation.
Yes, I started conversation in the computer lab, and after printing off that, and I still hung out with him in that recess,
Yeah.
and the next recess I kept doing it.
Yeah? And what did he seem? Did he seem okay with it? Did he seem really happy with it?
He seemed just okay.
Okay.
And he's not a friend who always plays soccer. He usually just wants to talk and just walk around.
Yeah, do you like doing that?
At first I didn't like it because I like to play soccer.
And also you had a little trouble talking.
Yeah,
But did it help with your talking?
it did help. It helped me more listening.
That's good. And then he was friends with him, right?
Yeah, he was friendly with him. So I started to hang out like 1, 2, 3. Me, Ethan, and Owen. And also Ethan is friend with this guy Jack. And they are really close with friends about games.
This is getting into this
Yeah.
is the friend of the friend of
Yeah, so how I became a friend with this guy is...
With Jack?
With Jack was... I was friend with Ethan.
Okay.
And I heard the conversation with Jack and... Between Jack and Ethan that they were talking about the games. And
What types of games?
Steam games.
Okay, video games.
Yeah, video games. And I was also interested in it. And I started to join the conversation and... Some of the games that I knew in Korea, for example, League of Legends.
So that's really good because it looks like for this friendship and for this friendship, you went and you instigated the conversation. And
I started that thing.
Were you really trying to start conversations with people?
I didn't do it on purpose. I was just talking normally. Like my friend.
Because I know some people, if they don't know people, it's a new environment, they might really try to start those conversations.
I don't really did it.
No?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, but it's good that you did.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So let's have some comments and some last words that you might say, okay? Who are we going to talk about now?
Nathan.
That's the close one?
Yeah.
There we go. What comments do you have about your experiences with Nathan?
Now I started to get closer to all the grade 7s. And I knew that it's really sorry to say this, but most of people don't really like him.
Oh.
Because of his really salty.
Okay.
And for him, he really needs to improve his saltiness. Like, he shouldn't be salty when he feels bad.
So I want to know the 2 best things about him.
Oh, best thing? Oh, he has a lot of good things.
Yeah?
He sometimes, when he feels really good, he gives us a lot of funny jokes. That I was just laughing for 10 minutes without stopping.
What else?
And he likes almost every single sport.
That's great.
So when I want to play this sport, he says, "Of course," and play with me.
Okay, one more.
And one more, he likes to share his snacks, and I also share snacks with him. For example, the day that I have good snacks, I share with him. And the day that Nathan has good snacks, I share.
So that's good to be able to share with others.
Yeah.
I want to know your most memorable experience with Nathan.
Oh, when it was Halloween, I went to his house with Andy, and doing trick or treat.
Yeah.
And after that,
Who did you dress up as? Did you have a costume?
Yeah, I had a costume, and there was bad clown, evil clown.
That's scary.
Yeah.
What was Nathan?
Nathan was one of the guy that was in game. He's a captain of the kind of treasure island boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
I had a dinner, and I was just playing games with him, GTA.
Okay.
And then after that, I went out.
Trick-or-treating?
Yeah, trick-or-treating. I was running all the time, and Nathan and Andy was running, and I was busy to follow them.
Yeah? And why is that the most memorable?
It was the first time that I hung out with my friend for after school day. And it was
Okay.
near to me, and I loved that time.
Do you like going trick-or-treating? Do you go trick-or-treating in Korea?
There isn't a thing like Halloween in Korea.
There's no Halloween.
There's no Halloween.
So what did you think of Halloween when you learned about it? Did you learn about it after you came to Canada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I knew that there's a thing called Halloween, but I didn't know what they do on that day.
And what did you think of what?
And it is really a nice holiday. That is a holiday for children to make fun and have some sweet treats.
Yeah.
I felt they're really thinking about the children's, and it was really nice.
Actually, there's a lot of tradition behind Halloween.
Yes.
So we have the carved pumpkins, we have the costumes, and there's this whole story behind Halloween and why we have Halloween. Have you heard that?
I heard it, but I forgot it.
Yeah, so basically we dress up because on Halloween, that's when the ghosts and ghouls come out. And if we dress in our costumes,
And if-
we disguise ourselves so they don't get to us.
Yeah, and then you start to get candy from the
Exactly.
normal people.
Great. So what did you think going door to door? Is that weird?
It was weird because some people just kicked us out. Like, we're not doing this trick or treating, and
Usually if they have
Yeah.
the lights off, that means...
but still they wore light on,
Okay.
and they were being really cold.
Well, what did you think about the other people, though? The ones who were handing out candy?
Yeah, some of people were smiling, and they were welcoming us, and it was nice to see like all the neighborhoods are now welcoming other people.
Did you see some really cool decorations in front of houses?
Oh yeah, there was some. So all the backyard and the front yards were all decorated as Halloween things, and it looks like maze, and as soon as I go in, there are some of the surprising ghosts coming out.
What was the most amazing decoration you saw?
Oh, on the tree there were the spider webs
Yeah?
and the pumpkin tree, and there was one pumpkin. That pumpkin's mouth was fully opened, and there was some of this.
Oh, okay, because
Yeah.
you carved a pumpkin
Yeah.
out here, right? Was that your first time carving a pumpkin?
Yeah, it was first time.
What did you think about doing that?
Mm,
Was it
it was hard
gross,
job.
or was it fun, or...
It was fun, but it was also hard job to cut them out really carefully.
Yeah.
And the part that I don't like was putting the old thing out
Yeah,
of
because
the
it's all
pumpkin.
slimy. What's your favorite part of it, though?
When I finished making and put the candle in it and turn the light off, it looks
Okay.
beautiful.
Would you do it again?
I would do it again.
Yeah, there were some
happily.
really amazing pumpkin carvings out
And the
there.
pumpkin that I signed that time mouth was opened
With the seeds, right?
with the seeds, and in front of him there was all the seeds and gross things, so it looks like he threw out.
Yeah, but it looks really
Yeah,
cool,
it looks
doesn't
really. It looks actual, so I liked it and I took a photo of it.
Okay, so what would be your final comment to some of these friends?
For Nathan, try not to be salty anymore.
I want positive comments,
Oh,
though.
positive.
So were there any other girls who you're friends with?
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I used to do a lot of jokes and
Yeah?
just having fun with her, but she left the school.
Oh, okay. That's good that you
Yeah, she had
know.
some family stories that she needed to
Okay.
move,
Great, and how about any others?
and
And what was the name of...
Alea.
Alea, okay. So what would be a final message to Alea? And remember, these are positive messages.
Yeah.
Thank you for this, or this was fun,
I really liked your jokes.
or... Okay. And how about to Nathan?
Nathan.
'Cause this is Nathan, right?
Yeah, thank you for coming to me closer when I was very nervous
Okay.
of all the people.
How about
Ethan,
Ethan?
thank you for being polite and nice friend.
Okay. And then we have
Owen,
Owen.
I just thank you for everything, and I hope I can keep contact with him even if I leave the school.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
You'll try to keep contact?
Yeah, I got most of Skypes
Okay,
and also
that's great.
Gmail.
Good. How about him?
Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I can play some of the games with you on the summer vacation.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, with Skyping.
Okay.
Yeah, then it will be a lot
How
of
about
fun.
her?
And I sometimes
What's her name again?
Altea.
Okay.
And I hope you have great time in United States too.
Okay. Any other friends there? How about teacher?
Teacher,
What'd you thank the teacher for?
Miss Levisova. When I was a bit depressed, she made us some fun jokes,
Yeah?
and I get energy and go to next class.
That's good. So
Yeah.
thank you for that, right?
Yeah, that was good.
How about one more person here?
Let's see, I'll do Riley.
Okay, Riley. What are you going to thank for?
Thank for getting source of internet connection with my friends. Like after I met her, I started Snapchat with her first, and also Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
And then I started to get more friends in internet.
Okay, she's the reason you expanded.
Yeah, she expanded all the friends in internet.
Okay, great.
Yeah, she was really helpful.
That's good. And I have all their contact
Yeah,
information.
I have all the contact.
That is really good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Great. What were some major events that happened to you?
So first there was a play going on the Christmas day. It's called Mr.
At school.
At school.
Okay.
Mr. and Mrs. Fezziwig.
Okay.
And I was just, of course, one of the people who were just singing at the back. And I didn't like the play because I felt like I'm left out. Well, not left out, but I didn't get chosen.
To be
for
a
the main characters.
Okay. Did everyone get chosen to be in the play?
Well, 2 people in a class. So it was really rare to get chosen, but still I expected it.
Oh, you did?
I did. I would like to be in the play, but I didn't.
Okay. Did you have fun though in the chorus?
Yeah, I did.
That's good.
And Jack said, so you need to say no more work tonight. And it's a Christmas day, but he said no more Christmas tonight. And at the backstage, there were the old people were laughing.
That's
So it
fun.
was good memory.
What did you like most about being in the chorus?
I can't help main characters to be look more beautiful.
Okay.
You know, when there's no chorus at the back, it looks empty. But I fill the space.
Were you wearing a costume? Or any?
Just a black shirt and a jeans.
Okay, great. And the play, what did you enjoy most about being part of the play overall?
Doing rehearsal with each other.
Yeah?
So that I can. They're also having some conversation about the dance that I do, and I said I was sharing my opinion that I didn't like about and I loved about.
Okay.
So it was a fun time
Did
too.
you ever participate in a play in Korea?
No.
So this was your first
Yeah.
play ever?
Yeah.
That's great. What did you think of the new experience of being in a play?
It was nice to try it once a year, but I wouldn't like it if I need to do it every year.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's good for once in a
Yeah,
while, right?
but I won't like it if I need to do it every single year.
Okay, but you like doing it once.
Yeah, I
and
like
being
it.
able to do
Yeah.
it. Great. But you wouldn't want to be that star who does it
Yeah.
every year.
And after that play, on winter, I went to Boeing, which is a ski trip with grade 6 ski trip with grade 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah? And
Yeah.
was that your first time skiing?
Yeah, it was first time, not first time, but second time that I'm skiing.
When was your first time?
In Korea, well, it was third time. In Korea first, and second the day before the Boeing.
Okay.
With Owen, I went to Boulder Mountain and started and practiced skiing.
Before Boeing.
Before Boeing, right before.
What was a very memorable moment from Boeing?
Just everything.
Everything? Did
Yeah.
you have any cool tricks that you did, or you go really fast at one point?
Well, first I didn't even know how to stop.
Okay, that's fun.
So when I was practicing with Owen, first I went down the hill. I couldn't stop, so I was going slow, but I couldn't stop, so I just
Glided.
purposely I crashed into the pole.
Hopefully not
Because
hard.
Not hard. I
Okay.
was going easy.
Okay. What did you get to go really fast at all?
Yeah. After that, so in the one hill, I don't do anything. I just go straight down. It feels really cool.
So you say you went skiing in Korea, right?
Yeah,
Are
but
the ski locations in Korea, do they look different than the ski locations
look
in
way
Canada?
different. Boeing is located in USA, and the mountain is maybe 5 times bigger than the one that I went in Korea.
Yeah?
So I felt it is different.
What about anything else? The types of buildings we have there, or the...
I like the room that I can share my room with one of my friends.
Yeah?
Yeah, the roommates. And I come over to other rooms and watch TV and have a snack parties. I love the
Good.
time. Also, not only skiing, but also having fun time with my friends in room.
It's great.
Yeah,
Good. So you really like Boeing then?
I loved it. If I could go again, I would pay more than $1,000 to go there.
More than $1 million though?
I'll see how much money that I have.
Okay. What is one last big event that you really liked?
I really liked this CISMF, Conferences of Independent School Music Festival.
Okay, so you were in the band then?
I was in choir, senior choir.
Oh, okay. And what was this contest? It was just between schools?
Thompson Hall, Roy Thompson Hall, that is located in Toronto. Maybe it's more than 50 schools in Ontario is coming.
Okay.
Yeah, and 매튜스홀초 was participating, so we were practicing that for 2 months.
And this is a competition for choir?
Not really a competition, it's just for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it is a one-day concert, but I didn't go there for one day. School made a trip, kind of, so that we stayed there for 3 days more.
Where was Toronto?
Yeah,
Okay.
Toronto. So I go to rinks to do laser tag, bowling.
Did you see any? So you got to see Toronto this time.
Oh yeah,
Right? What
yeah.
did you think about it now that you got to see it?
It was different from when I was touring Toronto with my guardian. It was different when I was touring that place with my friends.
What did you think about it? Because it's a lot busier than London.
It is a lot busier.
Yeah.
What we planned for going to rings, we went there. It was all 55 minutes.
Of waiting?
Yeah, waiting.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so traffic was so busy. We couldn't even move for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it is a busy city.
It was really busy.
But what was your favorite part about the city?
The favorite part of the city was at the nighttime. There are a lot of the light
Did
going.
you get to see the CN Tower?
I didn't go up, but I could see it.
Because at nighttime the CN Tower is colored.
Yeah, it is,
The lights.
and it was cool.
Right?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Great. So how?
Yeah.
So how about your speech contest?
Oh, oratorical speech contest. It was one of the competition that I participated fully. I just spent all the time that I could spend.
And you got 100, right?
I got 100.
That's really good.
Yeah, but other classes who were better than me didn't get 100, so... Well, I still know that I tried hard.
Yeah.
You know, I was working on that before even the speech. We started working on the speech at school.
Yeah.
It was about a month ago before we do that contest. And before we started working on that in school, I started 2 months before. So practically, I get ready for that about in 3 months or so.
Yeah, I remember. And
Yeah.
you practiced because you had to write the speech, you had to make sure grammar is okay.
And then I started to say pronunciation, and I'm memorizing,
And then we had to practice gestures.
and yeah, having a good manners of speech.
So in Canada, having the gestures and having the confidence when you speak is very important.
Yeah, it is.
How about in Korea, if you're doing a speech contest?
It would be better if there is, but nobody will say that was bad speech because there wasn't any gestures.
Not just gestures, more of
And the
strong voice and gestures.
oh yeah, they need it.
Yeah?
Yeah, they need it.
That's good. Because what was different about maybe a Korean speech contest and Canadian speech contest?
Korean speech contest, we won't working on it on class time. We'll just work it privately at
okay.
home, yeah, individually.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then just do it one day.
So did you feel really a strong sense of achievement because you got 100 after trying so hard?
Yes.
That's good.
It was the second time that I got 100.
That's good. That's really good.
As a speaking though.
Yeah. That's a really good mark.
Yeah.
And you're still proud of that?
I'm still proud of that. Well, the thing is, if the speech was between 3 minutes and 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and I would like it if there is more than 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Because I had some things that I wanted to add more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for last time then, about Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland play. Well, as what I did in Mr. and Mrs. Fezziwig, the Christmas party, I thought I would get just one of the chorus that I'm not doing, that I'm just singing at the back.
Okay.
But this time, grade 7 had 5 songs and 5 dances to do.
Oh, wow.
And even I said a part. Well, it was a sentence, but still I get to say something.
What was your character?
I was, so Alice fell into the hole.
Yeah?
And she's still falling, and there are some of the ghosts,
Okay.
and I'm giving her all the good advices.
Advice?
Yeah, advice.
What was the line that you said? Do you remember?
I said tempest fugits.
Okay.
Do you know what that means?
No.
That's Latin, and that means time flies.
That's really clever. Great.
Yeah. And the other people say, be careful what you wish for, you might just get it.
So since you had a bigger part in this play, did you like it more?
I loved it.
That's good.
But I felt some of the heavy things on my heart that I need to do well. I need to do well because...
pressure.
The pressure that because I got the big part.
But you did well?
Still, I still like the feeling that I was having the heavy thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Any last words?
Yeah, for you, tutor Stephanie and Bobby, when I first met you, I remember that you told me overconfident is not good.
That's
Do you
true.
remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah, after that, I met it first time and I didn't know who you are. I thought you were just a guest. You were just coming here.
No, I'm always here.
Yeah, I know. And after, I think it was Evan. He explained it. Who was it? And their tutor. They come every Tuesday and
on the
Sunday.
days,
Yeah, on the days, and that helped me a lot. First, you helped me a lot with speaking and pronunciation, and also geographies. When I was having a hard time, you gave me clever ideas to answer those, and also I remember I need to make full sentences and correct grammars, and listing those grammar, and listing.
Yeah.
It was a lot of help.
Thank you.
And also for Bobby, I learned a lot of things. You know how I learned math in Korea, but it was different from Korea that I'm learning it in English.
Yeah.
It felt everything was new to me.
Okay.
And also for the science, he was genius. He knew everything that I'm learning in school.
He's really smart.
Yeah, he was clever. So I appreciate both of you that you helped me a lot. If you weren't here, I would get 50 average. Not even that, maybe 30.
Wow.
Because you were here, that helped me a lot.
Great.
And so that I can end my school year really well.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. I appreciate it.
Thank you. So do you have any teachers who are retired or who you'll miss?
Oh yeah, my social studies teacher, Miss Clifford, she's retiring now. She decided to because when she was younger, she used to say to her families that I'll stop working when I'm 70s. So still, I'm going to work now. And she used to say it all the time. And now she's actually this year 69 years old.
Okay.
And next year she'll be 70s. So and she felt that her body is changing.
Okay. So what
yeah.
last words would you have for her?
Well, I wasn't with her for all time. I was with her only a year, but I'm pretty sure she was the best social studies teacher in the world.
Yeah.
During the time that she taught all the students for 45 years, I'm pretty sure all the students liked her.
That's great.
And I hope she got a good rest for her rest of the life. And I hope she enjoys her time now.
That's
getting rest.
That's good. I hope so too.
Yeah.
Great. So you're changing school this coming year?
Yeah, I am. I'm moving to John Girlish.
So what last words do you have for Matthews Hall?
First, thank you for letting me go to Matthews Hall and having a great time.
Okay.
But I was disappointed. I was depressed when
No. We're not talking about only positive things,
Okay, only positive.
So, what else?
Thank you for Matthews Hall that they helped me.
Yeah.
Like I need an extra help because I'm ESL student.
Yeah.
And there were some of the tutorial teachers who were really kind to me, like helping me really well.
Okay. One more thing.
And
Thank you for
great events.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of events going on, and I loved every single event.
That's great.
So that I can participate in and see some of the cultures in Canada. I loved it.
That is really good.
Yeah, I loved the school overall.
Great. My last comment to you. Well, you've definitely improved.
Yeah, over a year.
Yeah, you definitely improved for English because you were very confident when you got here. Sorry, and confidence is very good.
Yeah, but
a lot
not
of students
over.
don't have as much confidence, but again, not overconfidence, and you've definitely improved for that. I find that during lessons, you're always very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And when you have an enthusiastic student,
Yeah.
you get enthusiastic. The teacher gets enthusiastic. Okay. So I find that's very helpful as a teacher. That you're enthusiastic, ready to learn.
Thank you.
Because if you don't have an enthusiastic student, they don't want to learn, why should I teach it, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely helpful that you're very enthusiastic, that you want to learn, that you try hard. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. I loved being with you for the year.